There is a lot of useless advice out there that just doesn't work. However, this does. Get ahead of your opposition. It really does work, so give it a try by checking out the link in the description below.
The question, how long should a cover letter ideally be? Answer by Kelly Wilkins. A cover letter can be described as a statement of purpose. One objective of the cover letter is to highlight your strengths that are described in your resume. For more tips and cover letter samples, visit Cover Letter Format. Download free business letter templates and Frome. What does the job require? In addition to your specialized qualifications and skills, your work experience in different environments, coordination with different teams, and your experience in handling critical are qualities you ought to mention. All these capabilities can be mentioned in your cover letter. Your resume will list your educational background and your experience. Why you are successful in your given field is presented through your cover letter. For example, you have mentioned about handling the sales teams across the Asian subcontinent in your cover letter. Then the recruiter will automatically search for that experience in your resume and spend more time reading it keenly. Thus you can describe your important role more briefly in your cover letter. Recognize your prospective employer. This is one aspect which is important that most people are unaware of it. Individuals tend to focus too much on themselves. A recruiter is going to hire not because you possess specific qualities, they also look for character. One manner to exhibit that is to focus on the requirements of the employer. A good rule of thumb is to acknowledge them in your resume. Using you means to recognize the requirements of the employer and then moving gradually to I. Mention their requirements, and describe your strengths and experience relevant to the position they are looking for. Let them know that you see yourself as a part of their team. You must describe that the combination of their company and your skills can bring great success to the company. You can stress on how your skills can bring hang or improvement in their process and products. You must describe in brief your skills and experience combined with the company's resources can bring out a turnaround or benefit them. Remember to do a thorough research about the company, their operations, their main line of business and the role you will be playing in their company. Who is the cover letter addressed to? Whenever you write a cover letter, it should be addressed to a specific individual. In case you don't know the person, make time to find out to address it to the correct person. Ensure that the name of the concerned person is spelled correctly and his designation is mentioned appropriately. Does it match your resume? This information may be in your resume. The cover letter highlights important achievements or skills you possess. The other benefit of the cover letter is it provides personal insight about your competency and personality. Or can I use the same cover letter again for another company? This may take you less time and effort, but it is certainly not the right thing to do. As mentioned above, the fact that you possess some skills is not the only thing, but they should also match with the requirements of the company. So, it is recommended to highlight those skills which are relevant to the company you applying with and modify your cover letter accordingly. It should not take a lot of time tailoring your cover letter correctly. A well-written cover letter shows your discipline and genuine interest in being associated with the company. But how to conclude? A cover letter is a call to action, whether from your side or theirs. For example, you can write that you would be looking forward to their positive response, or you may also ask them for a reply over the phone. However, you may write anything that you may like, but don't forget this part of the letter. Answer by Brad Luther. Of course everyone should have an idea towards a cover letter, but sometimes it depends on individual that how much he or she want to describe, and what he or she describes should contain a lot of valuable thing in it that matter the most. So let me suggest something according to my knowledge. Cover letters should be 1 page long and divided into 3 to 4 paragraphs. First of all, you need to outline an introduction, something towards experience, skills, passions, hard skills, capabilities and conclusion. Then provide some strong example like people skills, multitasking and problem solving. Next you need to describe something to show that how you are perfect for the job you applied, either by your skills, experience or passions. At last you need to describe your personal information if you think it's important to provide it. But the most important things is that try to avoid these below: grammatical errors, gimmicks, run-on sentences and veering off topics. But all what you describe, it must be of the following: clear, understand, relevant, persuasive and concise. All these should include in order to make recruiter grab the attention and think better towards you. Nowadays lots of cover letter and resume builder available. You can make use of these technology tools and make your career move forward. Here the best builder that mostly user use it, known as Career Builder Resume Builder. Hope these information will help you. Answer by Big Pharma. Hello. The cover letter is the new flash in the pan of recruiters. In most cases, when someone is applying for a job, he or she is in the dilemma that whether he or she should write a cover letter or not. Well, yes, you should definitely write a cover letter and you apply for a job. A good cover letter will empower your resume and helps to stand out of the crowd. They are considered as most important part of the job application. The placement consultancy in India uses unique styles of writing cover letter. A cover letter is the first description about you before your resume. The writing guru Alexander has suggested a new method of writing a cover letter. He once said, pretend that the person you're writing to already loves and respects you. Pretend that the person you're writing to already believes that you're worthy and valuable. Pretend that the person you're writing to doesn't need a big sales pitch. The cardinal rule of writing a good cover letter is to tell everything in just a few sentences. But cover letters are not easy to crack. Let's take a look at the following cover letter tips. 1. Don't boast yourself. Don't use the word like you were the in charge, vice president or head of the so-called department. Instead, use sentences like that you were handling the work of the entire department. Never start the cover letter by using your name. You should talk about what you are bringing to the organization. 2. Frame your skills. The cover should tell about your core competencies. You should be able to explain that how hiring you can create a dramatic shift in the growth of the organization. Don't forget to give a glimpse of your educational background and the specializations you hold. Read full blog on how long should a cover letter be?